everyone, thanks for sticking along. If you are still here, you're about to receive some very juicy alpha in decentralized AI. I know it's been a very long day, so I'll keep it relatively short and relatively engaging. First of all, for the probably 10 of you guys who are still here, how many of you have had a conversation about AI in Hong Kong so far? Anyone? Or maybe if you're interested in having a conversation about AI, and if you want to understand which part of AI in Web3 is real and what is really vaporware, today's speech is to help you understand and to tell the difference between overhype and underhype within AI and Web3. So first of all, AI is not a very singular concept. When you think about AI, especially decentralized AI, there are a few layers to it. Very roughly, I normally categorize it into 4 different layers in a decentralized AI stack. First, you have compute. You have star projects such as BitTensor, trying to leverage everyone's computing power and computing resources to power the future of AI. Now, this is very, very important. As we know, this generation of generative AI requires a huge amount of computing resources. That's the reason why decentralizing computing is really, really key when it comes to the future of decentralized AI. And then it's the next layer, which is data. That's where my company, Masa Network, really plays. If you think about our personal data right now, whether it's your browsing history, or your personal preferences, or your app engagement history, or your wallet interactions, currently it's being controlled by big tech company. Google has your data, Tencent has your data, ByteDance has your data, etc. As a consumer, you do not have control over your own data. And this situation is getting worse in the age of AI because, as we all know, AI requires a huge amount of personal data to train. AI developers around the world are scraping public web data, and we do not get to play a part in it as a data owner and data consumer. What Masa does is to decentralizing control when it comes to AI training data, empowering users to be able to own your data, share your data, and earn from your data when your personal data is being used to train AI model. Above the data layer, we have LLM layer, which is currently being focused on by a lot of large AI developers, such as Anthropic, OpenAI, etc. Some of them take a more centralized approach when it comes to LLM, and some of them take a more decentralized approach when it comes to LLM. There's quite a few open source LLM library out there that I would encourage everyone to check out. The future of LLM is going to be fully decentralized and open source. That is my firm belief. No single company should be able to control how modeling is done. You probably still recall a couple months ago when Google had a disaster when it comes to giving a ridiculous answer when people ask who are the founding fathers of America. This is partially because of the centralized LLM system and how bias is being introduced and fairness is being ignored when it comes to LLM. And then one last thing is application layer, which is what we know and how we engage with AI as end users. ChatGPT, for example, is the most popular one, as well as Claude. I asked Claude to write my speech the other day because I've been speaking at so many panels, and it is trying to do a good job because I have fed all of my past blog and past articles into Claude. We're interacting with a lot of AI applications every day, not just ChatGPT and Claude, but also AI games, AI agents, AI boyfriend, AI girlfriend, AI companion, AI everything. It is my firm belief that in the future, every single application will try to find an AI angle, whether it's using decentralized AI in its infrastructure stack or using AI to increase productivity, writing code, producing designs at speed. So next time when someone asks you, what is decentralized AI? Hopefully this graph helps you easily understand that compute, data, LLM, and applications are the core components when we consider what a decentralized AI might look like. Now let's focus on the data layer. Here's what we do here at Masa. Masa is building a decentralized AI network whereby every single user can become a data contributor. We are decentralizing AI data collection. And what does that mean? That means that we are in the background, safely and securely collect your personal data. Now, no developer is able to use it without your explicit permission and consent. You get to share with which developer you want to share your data, for how much you want to sell your data, or the encryption level. We use something called zero-knowledge encryption, whereby you do not need to convey your raw data to the developer. Instead, you can simply give a yes/no answer when it comes to a question such as, can I sell Clanthea a bottle of wine? I don't need to tell them my exact date of birth. I just need to give them a yes/no answer with our zero-knowledge encryption technology. On the other side are AI developers using our Masa network data to train different kind of AI applications. Now, those words might sound very vague and abstract. I'll perhaps give you a few examples to really help you concretely understand what an AI application could do with Masa network data. In crypto, the number one thing everyone wants to know is how high the price would go. A lot of developers are using our network data in order to do market analysis and crypto price prediction. How does that work? Using Masa AI data network, you're able to see that what kind of new tokens and what kind of new projects people love talking about on Twitter, on Discord, on Telegram, what kind of pages people love viewing on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. We have the secret sauce when it comes to social sentiment in the crypto space. And as we all know, social sentiment, aka what the community thinks of your project and thinks of your token, play a very important role when it comes to crypto price prediction. Now that's use case number one. Use case number two is AI companion. I don't know if you guys had this dream when ChatGPT or this wave of generative AI really came to the scene. At least I feel like I want my AI agent to do all of my work in the future, especially for a lot of more labor-intensive work. For example, I write a lot of blog posts and thought leadership contents for my company. Maybe in the future, my AI agent would know me or know my thoughts better than I do and will be able to produce high-quality content because of it. Now, that's a really interesting use case we're working on with several developers. We will be able to pass along your personal browsing history, pass along your app interaction and wallet interaction data, feed it into your personal AI agent. We're trying to call it AI digital twin. Your AI digital twin is basically an AI agent that has all of your digital footprint and digital memory. Using your personalized data, it will be able to produce hyper-personalized content and perform hyper-personalized engagement when it writes a tweet for you, talk to people for you, and hopefully do some of work for you. Now, you know the secret now. In the future, you'll probably just all have your own AI agent, so you don't have to work anymore. The second part is a lot more technical, so I'll be relatively brief here. A very important part of data in Web3, and in decentralized AI in particular, is first data collection, which is talked about, right? So every single user will be able to earn their data, own their data, share their data. A second part of it is data processing. Think about it. All of our personal data is huge. Google, NVIDIA, OpenAI is processing billions of data points every single millisecond in our life. Such high load and high volume of data processing takes a lot of work. That's the reason why we introduce a concept of everyone can be a node worker, meaning that you'll be able to contribute your compute power to help with data processing in the Masa network, so we can achieve the scale and the velocity we want when it comes to data processing to power the future of AI application. And why do I need to do that? Very clear that we want to have real-time access to AI data. Normal AI model would require periodic updates. In the decentralized AI paradigm, you'll be able to get real-time access to data. So I don't need to hit refresh every single time when I want to know what did Clanthea tweet last night. Cost effectiveness. Again, instead of employing huge amount of computing power to process your data in AI, you'll be able to decentralize it, turn every single internet user into a node operator or a node worker, and then share your load when it comes to data processing. The next one is fault tolerance. We already talked about how the Google disaster came about and how fairness and high data quality is really key when ensuring equality in the future of AI. And then lastly, incentivization. We cannot talk about crypto or Web3 without talking about the tokenomics or the incentive mechanism naturally in decentralized AI. We are leveraging every single person's workforce or power across the globe to be able to collect data, power data, and we incentivize them using cryptocurrencies, and in our case, using Masa token, which we're launching in the next couple weeks. Speaking of Masa token, it's actually quite simple. How we plan to use crypto-native incentive to build the largest decentralized AI network. Masa token is the underlying currency in the data economy. We use it to persuade more users to contribute their data to power our data oracle. Developers will be able to use Masa token to pay for the services and data they can access on the Masa network. We'll be able to reward node operators who keep us safe and keep scaling of data at speed. And then lastly, govern the network. When it comes to voting on very important technical topics such as network upgrade, just like any other Web3 protocol out there, we trust the collective wisdom of our community. As you can see here, Masa token plays a key role. Think of the future. When more people scan their iris to contribute their identity, biometric identity specifically, to WorldCoin, WorldCoin price goes up. When more developer uses WorldCoin biometric identity to train their AI model to do whatever they want, a WorldCoin price goes up. Similarly, in the Masa use case, when more users contribute their data and contribute their computing resources to power our decentralized AI network, hopefully our price goes up. And when more developers use the Masa token to pay for the services available in the network, that positively contributes to our future token price as well. It's as simple as that when it comes to tokenomics. We have been working on this in the past 2 years. A lot of people would say that bear market is the best market to really build a product and find your product market fit. Well, that's only fun and delightful to say in hindsight. In the bear market, we managed to secure enough funding so we could build this massive data network that we're now introducing to mainnet and introducing to the world. In the past 2 years, we have collected over 1.4 million users' data who have permission close to 40 million proprietary data points. Those are not publicly scraped data from public blockchain. Instead, they're either user-consented or user-aggregated data contributing to the Masa network. And then on the data demand side, we work with some of the most well-known developers. Row number one, as you can see, are mostly L1, L2 large DEXs and leading ecosystems in Web3. And row two, we are featuring some very cool AI projects, especially AI application developers who are using Masa data to power the future of AI application. So hopefully today's speech, if you took away nothing else from this speech, just know that in the future, when someone asks you, what is the intersection between Web3 and AI, you know that there are 4 components: compute, data, LLM, application. And there's a huge amount of value in decentralizing the compute and data layer in decentralized AI. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I'll leave you guys to cocktail hours now.